After being in business for 31 years, I tell my employees the 3 P's to success: prayer, patience, and perseverance. In the early 90s, I found myself married and living in my parents' basement. The trucking career I had gone to school for wasn't panning out, but I was good with people and enjoyed sales. After trying various sales jobs, I was given the opportunity to open a staffing service in a city about an hour from where I lived. Unfortunately, I didn't start the venture with enough operating capital. Thus, within a few months, I had to close the doors. The financial strain almost left us bankrupt, and my wife and I found ourselves selling household goods in order to buy groceries because I did not want to resort to food stamps. I was at the bottom, barely scraping by, but I figured there was no way but up from where I was at. I decided to persevere and not give up. And in 1993, I gave the staffing industry another try by acquiring an existing commercial staffing business on a note payment that was on the verge of closing. Within about 6 months, I had turned it around and had a second location in my hometown. A year later, I asked my older brother to join me to assist with the growth of the company. We decided our company would be founded on the principles of making people matter most, and our core values would be grit, integrity, service, and excellence. For the past 31 years, we have relied on God's wisdom and followed His principle of loving our neighbors as ourselves. The result is that He has faithfully blessed our company. What began as 2 branches in Tennessee has grown to 41 branches in 6 states. From recessions to 9/11 to COVID to Department of Labor audits, God has seen us through all the ups and downs. Looking back over the years, we can see His hand clearly guiding and taking care of the business. For instance, during the late 90s, business was tapering off except for one large client who was carrying the company. Providentially, as business picked up with other clients, this large company scaled back on their staffing needs until they eventually faded away. God provided for us, exchanging one client for many clients at the right time. Then again, when COVID hit, we faced more uncertain times. There was such disruption to the workforce with people afraid to go to work and companies transitioning to remote working environments. Our business dropped for at least a year to 18 months before it began to rebound. But once again, God saw us through to the other side of the crisis. As Mrs. White says, we have nothing to fear for the future except as we shall forget the way the Lord has led us and His teaching in our past history. I have seen it time and time again that we lose business in one area, we gain it in another area. God always provides. Prayer, patience, and perseverance have guided us in the past, and they will continue to guide us in the future. It is a privilege to return my tithes and offerings to God. He has tremendously blessed me, and I want to return what is rightfully His. It is a pleasure to be a part of God's work, not only by tithing, but by helping those in need within my church, company, and community. When we are faithful to God, He will be faithful to us, which He has shown to be true throughout my life. Taste and see.